Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Um, I'm on the verge of wanting to quit YouTube, and I'm trying to fight that feeling, that feeling of wanting to give up. So I'm gonna take you guys back a few years. I'm sorry if my audio doesn't sound that great. I can never just get it where I want it to be. Pretty soon I'm gonna be upgrading, but back to what I was going to try to say. I'm going to take you guys back to when I was about, I want to say I was 11. I was 11 when Black Ops 1 came out. So Black Ops 1 was my first online Call of Duty, right? And when I was younger, all my friends, not really friends, but my classmates when I was in elementary school, because I was still in elementary school when Black Ops 1 was out. My friends would bring, I keep saying friends, they weren't friends. My classmates would bring these printed out sheets of the maps in Black Ops 1, and one day this kid brings in a map and they're talking about different routes they can take because they're doing tournaments. I had always played Call of Duty games. I'd played the campaigns, but Black Ops 1 was my first online Call of Duty. I got really curious about Call of Duty Online when those classmates brought those into school that day, and they were talking about teamwork and how do I word this? Different strategies, and that piqued my interest. So I went out and got a wireless adapter for my Xbox 360 at the time, and at the time, my parents were really not into me playing video games online. They were okay with me playing video games, just not video games online. I took it upon myself to get a wireless adapter while I was at my dad's. I had my dad because because my parents were split. I had my mom and not my stepdad anymore, but at the time he was my stepdad. And then when I would go to my dad was a little bit easier. We all have that one parent that's not as strict as the other. So he in a GameStop. I was like, "Hey, Dad, can you just drive me by a GameStop real quick?" He's like, "Yeah." I picked up a wireless adapter. And then I hooked my Xbox up to Wi-Fi. Started playing Black Ops 1 on multiplayer, and none of my friends would play with me. So none of the kids that I keep saying friends. None of my classmates would play with me from school, so I just started playing by myself, and I started getting really good. And if there's a way to look it up, in Black Ops 1, I was on the 360 back then. My gamer tag back then was Ringside for Life because I used to be a boxer. I didn't change my gamer tag to No Fate until Black Ops 2. But in Black Ops 1, I had a 3.36 KD, and I started off like with a 1.60. And I had already been playing FPS games for like years. I started playing video games really at a young age. So, I mean, it wasn't until I had 6 to 7 days logged on Black Ops 1, and I had a 3.36 KD, and that was my first online Call of Duty. Basically, the moral of the story is, I know that I'm not great at explaining things, but I've always been like an anti-social gamer, right? I mean, it wasn't until like the last 3 years I started being more of a social gamer, playing with friends. Definitely when Battle Royales came out. If not that, I was playing with maybe like one other person. I was either going for like solo, high kill, tactical nuke, nuclear, Moab gameplays, or I was playing with one other person. So I've always been like an anti-social gamer. If I'm not playing a Call of Duty game, I'm playing like an RPG, like Witcher, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, any Elder Scrolls game, any Witcher game, Dragon Age, games like that. So I'm losing my train of thought. I I've been debating quitting YouTube just because like Call of Duty just isn't what it is, what it was, I'm sorry, anymore. And it's not that I'm but like fucking shit at Warzone. Obviously I'm not. It's the problem is that when I made the switch to PC, a lot of the people that I played with didn't stop playing with me. And it's hard to keep wanting to play a game when you feel alienated because you're on PC and nobody wants to play in crossplay lobbies. And back to me, like, being kind of used to being an antisocial gamer, like, I'm burnt out of the multiplayer for this game because Warzone's what I want to play, but I can't play it because I don't have good teammates to play with. And solos is, I'm not. It's not that I'm bad at solos. I'm just not passionate about solos. If that makes any sense. Like I don't get excited to boot up a solo match. I get excited to boot up like a duo, a trio, or a quad with a few friends that I know that are decent, that I know that I can confidently take on a gunfight knowing they have my back. What I don't get excited to do is take on a gunfight. I know basically everybody I'm in a party with sucks ass. I know that I basically have to do everything in the situation in every single engagement that we get into. That's not fun. So I kind of gave you guys a little bit of. I mean, I know this whatever you want to call it video is all over the place. I'm not really the best at see I'm choking again. I'm really not the best at expressing myself. But it's good to try, and I don't want it to come to me shutting, like, just quitting completely. I just need some type of guidance, man. Anybody? I'll see you guys in the next video. Constructive criticism down in the comment section. I'm sorry that I kept pausing throughout this video. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, man. I never thought me spending so much money on a computer, trying to. I never thought it would hurt me like this. Where like I can't.